Hi, so today we're going to talk about the difference between regular soul ties and twin flames, because I see some people kind of talk about this with the same verbiage, same words. So you can feel pulled to someone, and that person might not be your twin flame, right? Just because you feel a pull to someone doesn't mean they're your twin flame. So I want to talk about what a soul tie is first, and then what a twin flame is, and kind of where the key difference lies. A soul tie is going to be someone who you do feel pulled to. You are probably going to feel some level of intensity with, and the words kind of unfinished or destiny might come through, or feeling like something is meant to happen between the two of you. And the key here with a soul tie is it comes from a deep level soul attachment. Whether that means from a past life, you feel like there's something unfinished with them and you're attached and feeling like, oh, we have to finish it with this soul and that's how we finish that lesson. Or it's because there's something you're learning right now, unfinished in you, so to speak, and you kind of project that outward onto that person, and they might be kind of projecting the same thing out onto you, and it just happens to be a good match in the moment. Okay, so a soul tie is ultimately coming from attachment at the core. Now, your twin flame, you might feel pulled to them, but it's not guaranteed that pull is going to feel loud, so to speak. In fact, it's very likely that it's going to be a subtle pull at first. Your twin flame will feel intense, right, at times, but the more defining word between twin flames is going to be peace. Okay, so you might have triggers that come up with your twin flame that feel intense. Your attraction, your intimate life might feel intense in different ways, but there's a core level of peace between you and your twin flame. And when I talk about peace, it's like a deep resonant peace, not just a platitude or a feeling of like, okay, this is good, this is good enough. It's like deep peace, deep satisfaction. It's ineffable between each other. The words you're going to associate with twin flame is them feeling like home, feeling like a sense of oneness with them. And instead of it feeling like unfinished or destiny, it's going to feel like always, right? As you get to know your twin flame, it's going to be like, oh, I feel like I've kind of always just been with you, known you. It just feels kind of like a duh, like it makes sense to just be with each other. And the source of this is simply going to be divine truth, because the union of you and your twin flame is a divine truth. It's just going to feel like what is. And when I say what is, I don't mean in a resigned way. I mean in the divine truth kind of way. No matter how you might evolve in this lifetime or in previous or in the next, it feels like that person is always going to be with you here, right? You're always going to love that person. That is your twin flame. So when we talk about the difference between a soul tie and the twin flame, the source should feel very clear as far as what the difference is there. I do want to clarify that with a soul tie, the lesson or the thing you feel on a soul level that you need to complete or achieve or learn with that person, I see a misunderstanding float around the internet that I have to be with this person and learn this lesson with them. And that's not true. Okay. Sure, you might learn a lesson with them, but that's kind of the lie of the tie, is it feels like it has to come from or with them, but that's not the case. You can learn that lesson just within you if you choose to be on the twin flame ascension journey. Because as you learn how to do the inner work on the twin flame ascension journey, you learn you don't need to have another person there in order to learn your lesson and to heal in that place, to come back home to love in that place. You just need to do the inner work, right? To choose it within you. So a soul tie, you aren't really tied to that person. It's just somewhere in your consciousness you believe you need to be. And that's why I call it attachment as a source. And once you release that attachment and that belief that it has to come from them or something comes from them, there's nothing there anymore. It just dissipates. The soul tie is just ultimately a manifestation of a misaligned belief about you, that you hold about you. Your twin flame isn't even tied to you. Your twin flame is just one with you. So it's kind of like no matter what you do or what you think you're doing, your twin flame is still moving with you. Okay, in this life and in every life. So your twin flame is the person who is always to the point where you might not even completely recognize their energy because they're always there. And then your soul tie, which you probably have multiple, okay, is really just an attachment to a person. One, you might not be conscious of the attachment, but it's there. And if you just release the idea that anything comes from anyone besides, God, right? You get all of your good from God, then that soul tie just dissipates. Right? It doesn't serve you anymore. And when you realize that on a core level, it won't be there. But your twin flame, on the other hand, will always be there. So if you have any questions, soul tie, twin flame, etc., you can ask them below. You can find out how to work with me on your twin flame journey in the pinned comment and in the description below. And I will see you in the next video.